I am Margaret. I am 71 years old. And this is Richard. He is 73. We were married for 46 years. We divorced 6 months after we retired.
We are sitting here today because we want to tell you something that no one told us. Something we wish we had understood 30 years ago when we were working 80-hour weeks and telling ourselves it would all be worth it. It was not worth it.
People see the word divorced and they assume there was an affair or abuse or some big dramatic blow-up. There was not. What killed our marriage was not a crisis. It was a plan. A plan we both agreed to. A plan we worked toward together for 3 decades. A plan that destroyed us so slowly we did not even notice until it was too late.
We met in 1978. I was 26. Margaret was 24. I was working as an accountant. She was a teacher. We got married in 1979. We were not rich, but we were happy. We lived in a small apartment. We cooked dinner together. We stayed up late talking. We went on long walks because we could not afford to do much else. And we had a dream. We were going to retire early. We were going to travel. We were going to see the world. We were going to do all the things our parents never got to do because they worked until they dropped.
So we made a plan. We would save aggressively. We would live below our means. We would invest. And by the time we were 65, we would have enough to retire comfortably and finally live. We calculated the number. $1.8 million. That was our target, and we hit it. 30 years later, we hit it. And 6 months after that, we were signing divorce papers.
The first 10 years were not bad. We were building our careers. We were disciplined. We did not go out to eat much. We did not take vacations. We drove old cars. We lived in a modest house. But we still had time for each other. We still had dinner together most nights. We still talked. We still laughed. We told ourselves we were sacrificing now so we could enjoy later.
Later became our favorite word. Should we take that trip to Italy? Later. Should we go out for our anniversary? We will celebrate big later. Should we slow down and just enjoy this weekend? We can relax later, 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 and later kept moving further away.
In 1995, I got a promotion, more responsibility, more hours, more money. Margaret was teaching full-time and had started tutoring on the side to bring in extra income. We were making good money. We were saving. Our retirement account was growing, but we stopped eating dinner together. I would get home at 8 or 9. Margaret would already be in bed, grading papers or planning lessons. We would see each other on weekends. Barely. I would catch up on work. She would run errands. We would collapse on the couch Sunday night and do it all over again Monday morning.
I remember one Saturday in 1998. Richard was in his office working. I was doing laundry, and I realized we had not had a real conversation in weeks. Not about anything that mattered, just logistics, bills, schedules, who needs to pick up what, I thought about saying something. I thought about walking into his office and saying, "Can we just stop for one day? Can we just be together?" But I did not, because I knew what he would say. He would say, "We are doing this for us, for our future." And he would be right. So I kept folding laundry.
By the time we hit our 50s, we were like business partners. We managed the household. We managed our finances. We checked in on the numbers every quarter. We are on track. That was the phrase we used. We are on track. But on track for what? We never asked that question.
We stopped touching. Not all at once, just gradually. We stopped holding hands. We stopped kissing goodbye in the morning. We stopped hugging. We slept in the same bed, but on opposite sides. We lived in the same house, but in separate routines. And the worst part? I did not even notice it happening. It was not until I was 62, 3 years before retirement, that I looked at Richard across the kitchen table one morning and thought, I do not know this man anymore.
I felt it too. I just did not say anything, because what was I supposed to say? That I had sacrificed 30 years of our marriage for a retirement account? That I had chosen spreadsheets over her? That I had spent 3 decades working toward a future we were supposed to share, but I had forgotten to actually share my life with her along the way?
We retired in 2021. Richard was 70. I was 68. We hit our number. 1.8 million. Exactly what we planned. We sold the house. We bought a condo in Florida. We finally had time. And we had nothing to say to each other.
The first month, we tried. We went to the beach. We went out to restaurants. We sat on the balcony and watched the sunset, but it felt like we were strangers on a vacation together. We did not know how to talk anymore, not about real things. We knew how to talk about money, about plans, about tasks, but we did not know how to talk about feelings, about fears, about what we wanted from this life we finally had time to live.
I would try to start conversations. What do you want to do today? And Richard would shrug. I do not know. What do you want to do? We had spent 30 years planning for retirement, but we never planned for what we would do when we actually got there. We did not have hobbies. We did not have friends. Not really. We had work acquaintances we had not kept in touch with. We had each other, and we did not know each other anymore.
By months, not big dramatic fights, small cold ones. I would make a comment about her cooking. She would snap at me for leaving dishes in the sink. I would criticize how she organized the closet. She would criticize how I spent money. We were picking at each other because we did not know what else to do.
And then one night, I said it. The thing I had been thinking for months but was too afraid to say. I do not think I want to be married anymore. Richard sat there. He did not argue. He did not ask me to reconsider. He just nodded. And he said, I have been thinking the same thing.
We did not hate each other. That is what people do not understand. We were not angry. We were not bitter. We were just empty. We had given 30 years to a plan, and the plan worked. We had the money, we had the time, we had everything we said we wanted, except we did not have us.
We filed for divorce in March of 2022. It was amicable. We split everything evenly. We sold the condo. We went our separate ways. I moved to North Carolina to be near my sister. Richard stayed in Florida. We do not talk. There is nothing to say.
I live alone now. I have plenty of money. I can do whatever I want. But I do not want to do anything, because the whole point of saving was so we could do it together, and she is not here.
People ask me if I regret the divorce, and I tell them no, because staying married would not have fixed what was already broken. What I regret is the 30 years before that. I regret every dinner we did not eat together because we were working late. I regret every vacation we did not take because we were saving money. I regret every conversation we did not have because we were too tired.
I thought I was being responsible. I thought I was being smart. I thought I was building a future for us. But I was not building anything. I was just delaying life, delaying connection, delaying love. And you cannot delay love. You can only lose it.
If I could go back, I would tell my 30-year-old self to stop, to slow down, to take the trip to Italy, to have the expensive anniversary dinner, to sit on the couch with Richard on a Wednesday night and just talk, because we had time then. We just did not use it.
Money cannot buy back time. It cannot buy back the years you did not live because you were too busy preparing to live. Retirement is not the reward. Life is the reward. And it is happening right now, not later.
We are telling you this because we see it everywhere. We see young couples working themselves to death, chasing financial independence, chasing early retirement, chasing a future where they can finally relax. But you cannot relax into a marriage you have not been present for. You cannot retire into a relationship you have not been building all along.
Now. Your marriage needs you now, not later. Not when you retire, not when you hit your financial goals. Now, it needs your time, your attention, your presence. It needs you to stop working late and come home. It needs you to stop scrolling your phone and actually look at your spouse. It needs you to stop saving every dollar and spend some of it on making memories together.
Because I am 71 years old. I have money in the bank. I have time. I have freedom. And I am alone. And I would trade every single dollar to go back and have one more decade with Richard. Not the Richard I divorced, the Richard I married. The one I lost somewhere along the way because we were too busy planning tomorrow to live today.
So I will ask you this. What are you sacrificing your marriage for? And is it worth it? Because I promise you, when you get to where we are, you will not be asking if you saved enough money. You will be asking if you loved enough, if you were present enough, if you actually lived. And by then, it will be too late.
Do not wait for later. Later does not come. It just turns into regret.